Have you ever wondered what it's like to live amidst a conflict that seems to have no end in sight? The current situation in Gaza might give you an idea. The region is experiencing an escalation of tension between Hamas and Israel, which has resulted in a catastrophic situation. It all began when Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel, which then led to Israel enacting a total siege on Gaza. The toll this conflict has taken on human lives is staggering. More than 3,300 people have lost their lives, while over 13,000 have been wounded. A quarter of these casualties are children, with at least 700 children having died. And the danger is not only on the battlefield. 17 journalists committed to documenting the crisis have also lost their lives. Every family in this densely populated area has been affected, homes have been destroyed, and smoke fills the sky as the result of Israeli airstrikes. The situation has been described as catastrophic, with the densely populated area devastated by airstrikes, leaving no family untouched. What happens when over 1 million people are ordered to leave their homes within 24 hours? This is the grim reality faced by Palestinians in northern Gaza, as Israel's military issued an unprecedented evacuation order. The United Nations swiftly responded, pleading with Israel to withdraw the order, warning of devastating humanitarian consequences. Imagine the scene. More than 423,000 people displaced by airstrikes. Another 175,000 seeking refuge in United Nations shelters or schools. The fear and distress among the population are palpable, especially among the children who make up a quarter of the total casualties. And yet, the blockade on Gaza, in place for over 16 years, continues unabated. Israel maintains that it will persist in blocking fuel and electricity until all hostages are released. But this stance only exacerbates the crisis, leaving civilians caught in the crossfire with nowhere safe to go. With nowhere safe to go and a blockade in place for over 16 years, the situation is a ticking time bomb for a humanitarian catastrophe. Can you imagine a hospital, a place of healing, running out of supplies and being plunged into darkness in the middle of a war? In Gaza, this nightmare scenario has become a haunting reality. As Israeli troops and Hamas gunmen clash outside Gaza's largest hospital, the last generator gasps its final breath, leaving patients in a terrifying blackout. Allegations swirl like a storm around the hospital. The Israeli military claims that Hamas has established command posts in and underneath hospitals, using civilians as human shields. But medical staff steadfastly deny these allegations, their voices firm even as they work in the flickering light of emergency lamps. The fighting near hospitals in northern Gaza intensifies, the relentless rhythm of war echoing through the corridors. Supplies dwindle, the reserves running out like sand through a clenched fist. Every bandage, every piece of gauze becomes a precious commodity, a lifeline in a sea of chaos. Caught between the crossfire and the darkness, the people of Gaza face an uncertain future with their cries for peace echoing in the midst of war.